Have you ever noticed what the main problem is when you write a song in Finnish, in Polish, or in French? If you want to know more, then go. Stay with me. You can really appreciate the value of Bob Dylan and Leonard Cohen or Aretha Franklin or Carole King when they wrote music. But as far as I am concerned, I appreciate more the work of Jacques, this Polish lyricist, or Vicky Rosti, a Finnish singer, when she wrote her songs, or for example Jacques Goldman. So why does Carole King have less limitations in English writing a song than Jacques Goldman in French? Because in French language, as you may have noticed, the stress always falls in the last syllable of a word. Give us some examples. Do you need some examples? Yes. So French carries the stress on the last syllable, no matter how long the word is. For example, loup, soleil, crocodile, caméléon. And that's why French songs sound so characteristic and so personal, because they take advantage of this stress to give the melodies this personality that it's so French. And usually a French song will sound like this. Da 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 da. Can you notice the specific sound of French? Je te donne mes notes, je te donne mes mots, quand ta voix les emporte à ton propre tempo, l'épaule fragile et solide à la fois, ce que j'imagine, ce que je crois. That's the reason why adapting this English song into French with my friend Owoc, it's been such a hard work for me. Sometimes the metric of the song doesn't adapt to French. In some words of the song, the stress is not at the end of the word. So I had to make some kind of arrangements. But then I discovered that I have a best friend there that are monosyllables. So words that have one syllable. And you will be seeing this struggle that I had to undergo with my French friend Owoc in a video that I've been making for maybe a month, but I'm there. I'm almost there. I'm almost done. Oh, hola. This is squirrel. Sometimes I have some companions here, and I think it's the same squirrel I saw the other day. It has its tail circumcised. I think I'm gonna change location for the next part of my video. Oh, I found the perfect place. And I was wondering, why does Shakira have less problems writing music than the Finnish singer Vicky Rosti? It's something that I'm always thinking of. I have this doubt. For sure you've been wondering the same question. Well, because Finnish language has completely the opposite problem than French language. In Finnish language, the stress is always at the beginning of a word. It's always on the first syllable of the words. But I don't understand, what is this first syllable thing? Okay, here you have some example. Hai, hukka, perhonen, mehiläinen. Can you notice it? I still haven't written a song in Finnish, as you may understand. Who knows, maybe in the future? But even if I haven't written any song in Finnish, I heard that Finnish songwriters have a very difficult task writing Finnish music because of the limitations and restrictions of the stress. Nevertheless, it has some options from where you can choose in order to make a song. Finnish music would sound like this. Da, 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 da. And I'm gonna try to sing something from my favorite artist from the 80s, from Finland. Try to see if you can notice the sound and see how the stress is positioned. Vaikka Sata Salamaa iskee tulta ja koko elämä räjähtää, rakkautta voi ristää multa, toivo Okay, I must apologize to all Finnish people in the world that heard me singing this song. But I tried. I'm Spanish. I tried. Let's see what I can find. And why Bob Dylan may have less trouble writing in English than Jacques in Polish? Well, because Polish language is halfway between French and Finnish. Stress always goes on the second to last syllable. But give us some examples. Okay, you want examples? koza, wiewiórka, hipopotam. There you have it. Even with words that are not like that, for example, chodziliśmy, gramatyka, Polish people will try to change the stress to the second to last syllable. So instead of gramatyka, they would say gramatyka. And instead of chodziliśmy, they would say chodziliśmy. That's why if you have the opportunity to listen to Polish music, you will notice this pace.
Tata, 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 jesteś szalona. Tata, 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 tata.
Like that. In Polish music, you will never find songs that are like in French.
Tata, 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 tata.
It will always be.
Tata, 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 tata.
If you never noticed, there you have an example. Can you hear?
Zakazany owoc tu mnie krąży mi nad głową. Zakazany owoc marzeń ciemnych tabu. Zakazany owoc, znowu szansa przeszła obok. Choć już czułem ten smak.
Do you know any Polish hit from the 80s? Do you know any Polish hit from the 90s? I'm sure it's Jacques behind that song. To nie ja, Stan pogody and Zakazany owoc. Polish songwriters can benefit from some different variations, and they can always add monosyllables to adapt the metric of the song to what they had in mind. Words with one syllable, like koń, for example, tata 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 koń, tata 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 koń, tata koń, tata koń.
Tata koń, tata koń.
And with this koń, I feel I don't have any more limitations in my songs. So this is what now I'm doing. I'm planning my first song in Polish, and I'm gonna record all the process so you can see the way I
Struggle with the language.
and I hope something cool comes out of that. But I will have some help from my Polish friends, so my song is not a complete disaster. And why is it easy for Shakira to write a song in Spanish, and it is extremely difficult for you to sing it? Have you ever tried singing Que me quedes tú or any of her songs? It is really a challenge, because in this song Shakira decided to play with the language a lot, and she uses many types of stress patterns, and it is such a hard work for non-Spanish speakers to sing this song and to have a sense of how the song goes. It's even difficult for me to sing it. So give it a try, take the instrumental and try to follow Shakira's rhythm and stress patterns.
Que se arruinen los canales de noticias con lo mucho que odio la televisión. Que se vuelvan anticuadas las sonrisas y se extingan todas las puestas de sol. Que se supriman las doctrinas y deberes. Que se terminen las películas de acción.
Because in here Shakira has been able to create this crazy and strange melody, so complex, playing with words, playing with patterns. And this is why a French, Finnish or Polish songwriter won't be able to play with so many combinations, and it will be more difficult for them. They will have more limitations, they will have more restrictions in the stress patterns of the language. In Spanish, this is a real mess because we have all the already mentioned patterns. And sometimes you can find 3 words with different meaning depending on what syllable is accentuated. You have círculo, 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 círculo. And you have to be very careful because if you mispronounce it, you are changing dramatically the meaning. For example, it's not the same to say yo nací en 1939 than saying yo nací en 1939. You can surprise many Spanish people if you say the last one. So as you could see, if you're writing a song in Spanish, you can choose whatever musical pattern you want first, go crazy, and then you can always find a word that will suit perfectly there. And if you end up not fitting a word in a melody, you can always add a monosyllable.